Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Nicolas Sanchez. I attended Samuel Academy from the fall of 2016 and graduated in the spring of 2020. I currently attend the University of California, Riverside, where I'm pursuing my bachelor's degree in cell, molecular, and developmental biology. This video will focus on giving you advice on applying to scholarships and earning aid for your collegiate pursuits. So I applied to quite a number of scholarships. Um, some of them being the Angel Scholarship, the Gates Scholarship, Planet Fitness Scholarship, Samueli Scholarship, Boys and Girls Club Scholarship, and the College Bound Scholarship. So out of those, the scholarships that I applied to, uh, the ones that I earned were the Angel Scholarship, which was a full ride, which includes room and board, fees, textbooks, the Planet Fitness Scholarship, which is a $5,000 scholarship, the Samueli Scholarship, another 5,000, Boys and Girls Club Youth of the Year, which was a $2,500 scholarship, College Bound Scholarship, which was another 2,500, and the Freeman Family Scholarship, which is a 4-year scholarship with $2,000 a year. Okay, so briefly going over what exactly financial aid is. Financial aid is any financial assistance that will assist you in funding your education. This may include grants, scholarships, loans, and work study. So grants is money that you don't have to pay back. These grants are given by the government. So the state of California can give you grants, or the United States can give you grants as well. Loans, there's different types of loans. I will not cover the specifics of loans, but if you're going to take out loans, just make sure that are able to differentiate between different types of loans, subsidized, unsubsidized, private. Just make sure that you can do that. So those you will have to pay back, and you will have to pay interest on those as well. And the interest can vary depending on the type of scholarship that you get or the type of loan that you get. We also have work study. So work study is some money that the that is student aid that is made for you to work, and then you receive money out of that fund. So generally universities and colleges like giving out work study money because you're able to work and they can take money from this fund, and that's how you get that money. So you'd have to work. And then we have scholarships. Scholarships you apply to, and you can interview, you can write writing supplements, you can make a video. It all depends on the type of scholarship that it is and what exactly they want you to do. So yeah, just make sure you know how to differentiate between the different types of financial aid in order to make your best decisions financially. Okay, so financial aid statistics. In the 2017-2018 academic year, over 85% of students received financial aid. Um, Over $2.9 billion from federal funding went unused for high school students who graduated from the class of 2018. The most important idea that I want you to take from this video is to apply. Whether you're going to apply for only the FAFSA or if you're planning to apply to other scholarships, apply, try your best, and it never hurts to try out for things. So, okay, so in this section of the video, I will solely be focusing on the types of scholarship applications and like the supplemental things that kind of come with it. I will also be including I will also be talking about some other scholarship requirements that may come up, and I'll give you some general advice for that as well. Okay, so telling your story through writing. One of the most difficult parts that I found when I was applying to scholarships was the writing process. The essays you write during your time in high school will typically not be similar to the ones you submit to a scholarship committee. These scholarship committees want to get to know your personality, and what your dreams are for your future. So I want to go over how to start. One of the things that I did prior to opening any document to start writing was to look over the scholarship prompts and take some time to just keep it in the back of my mind to ponder for some time. This is beneficial because you will have time to find your strongest argument and develop your best story. Once you take some time, maybe 1 to 3 days to think about these prompts, start writing down bullet points so you don't forget these. You should choose the idea that you will enjoy writing most about. Please don't choose the idea that you think will just be the saddest story ever and these people will be convinced for your story. They typically just want to get to know you. They don't want to just read this really sad story about you with no purpose. Just make sure that in your writing, you show that you deserve this scholarship and tell a lot about your story. If you're struggling to decide on a specific idea, you don't really know which one sounds best or which one you kind of want to write about, let a counselor, a teacher, an academic advisor know. They can help you work out your ideas so you can have a clearer vision on what to do. Okay, so the writing process will take quite a bit of work on your behalf. Here's a sample timeline of the minimum number of days that you should be working on a specific task. Please time yourself. You don't want to leave these writing assignments until the last minute and just quit applying to the scholarship. You just have to put in some work. So here I put, you start off with your starting ideas, as I already previously mentioned. This can take approximately 1 to 3 days, depending on sort of how much you really think about this. You bullet point your ideas. Just take one day, kind of bullet point. Choose your best idea for your essay and topic. This should take one day. If you need more, it would really be about just talking to your counselor or academic advisor. You could also you also take 2 to 3 days just to write a rough draft, but make sure that your rough draft is is fairly good because you don't want to be giving your your editors thing an essay that wasn't your best. You want to give it your best in order to kind of have fewer edits. Um, and then you go on to revision one. You give it to someone to make some edits. Give them approximately 5 days minimum. It all depends on how busy they are. Sometimes they'll just take 2 days. Sometimes they'll take five. But take their time into consideration and be respectful of that time. After you were given the revision, the first revision, make some edits, and then send it off to whoever you choose to be your second revision, your second editor. And this person, again, give them some time to make some edits. I think you will complete your essay. Try not to give your essay more than 3 revisions. I gave my scholarship essays to 3 people, and I was so exhausted from reading the same essay over and over again. But not only being exhausted, you want to try to make sure that your essay is as authentic as possible. You might end up changing your entire essay without knowing it. Minimizing the number of revisions may allow you to be your most authentic self. Okay, so moving on, telling your story with speech. Um, Sometimes you'll have to complete interviews. Uh, Interviews are fairly common for scholarships if they're large sum scholarships. Um, and here is just some of the ideas that I have for you. So you want to first try to contact someone who's experienced in being an interviewer or an interviewee. So someone who either gives interviews or someone who has been through interviews. Um, you want to take at least 2 weeks to prepare for these interviews. They the confidence that you have displayed on the interview day will be shown, and you don't want to come unprepared. So just make sure that you give yourself some time to prepare for some questions. Be professional, wear professional clothes. Um, I think you were already taught all of these things, but just be professional. Be your best self while keeping your authenticity. You want to make sure that you're authentic. These people don't know you. It's the first time they're knowing you, but you don't want to all of a sudden switch personalities when they're already they're already working with you. So just make sure of that. Respect the time of your interviewer and arrive on time. So arrive earlier than usual, 3 minutes. It all depends. Sometimes they'll want you to arrive right on time because it may get jammed or something, but be respectful of people's time. Um, I don't have a slide for this one, but one of the other popular types of of supplements that you have for scholarships are video scholarships, where you're gonna have to submit some sort of video for people. Um, just make sure, just like any presentation, write a script, try to memorize as much of the script as possible, and then you'll want to record in a professional setting with good lighting, not the best lighting, obviously, but you just want to make sure that your message comes through without any distractions or sort of anything that they don't want to see. Okay, so my concluding remarks. Remember to have fun. A lot of the things that you do in high school are low stake. You want to have time to discover the things that you enjoy, and you'll have a lot less time in college. So just make sure of that. Secondly, you want to build your reputation. You always want to have references that can attest to your character as a student, but also be a well-rounded person. So as you go through high school, whatever part of high school that you're in, even if you're a senior, just make sure that you have built your reputation and you have people who are there for you and can back you up in situations. So that's the end of my slideshow. Alumni are always willing to help you through these processes that we've been through, and also our alumni success coordinator, Ms. Nora, and your teachers, your staff, they're all willing to help. Just make sure that you reach out. Thank you, and welcome to the alumni community.